Alright, welcome to another stream of mine, and you see this time it's not U-Boat, which I mainly stream, but I am a little bit out of my usual schedule, doing a Saturday early afternoon stream. So at that time I usually never stream, and so I had the opportunity today, and I am very much in the mood to go back to my good old love DayZ and share a little bit of a stream with you. So I guess these jeans, medium insulation, are better than the torn rags that I have here. Let's switch. We do have a bandage, but we have no food. Yeah, let's see. I am playing on Chernarus. It is DayOne. It's one of the DayOne servers, Chernarus, and it's a first-person server, vanilla-like, which means there is no. It is slightly modded, but no traders. You don't see your position on the map. You have no head-up display with the position of others or your heading compass or something. All this you don't have. Just like I used to play it. Since the mod, since the very early days of the mod. So, welcome. I hope nobody's too disappointed not to see me streaming U-Boat, but I promise that on my ordinary schedules I am going to return to U-Boat, of course, tonight. So, we found a hoodie, which gives us better warmth, more inventory slots, and better camo, obviously. So, these containers seem all to be locked. I can't open them. Sometimes you're lucky and then you can open some of them. But yeah, it's a bit surprising that none of these is to be opened at all. Yeah, I think we are at the southeastern tip of the map. Okay, we can't climb across that. Do I really want to? Yeah. Let's get there. In the lifeboats you sometimes find stuff, but there we already see the dry sack. This is something that we don't need right now. But let's check the others. A fishing hook, which is great. That's a very good find. Where are we roughly? Not 100% sure. I'm playing without an external map for, yeah, not to spoil my own immersive experience. I'm not quite sure where I am. Maybe it's not quite true what I first guessed. I haven't been playing on Chernarus for quite a while. The server is medium crowded. It's something like 40 people on the server, or there were 40 people on the server when I started. And right now, yeah. I think, sorry, I think the server can take a maximum of 80 people. So well possible to run into guys. This looks like a police station, so if I would give it a second guess, I would say we are at the southern coast, relatively far to the west along the southern coast. Yeah, let's see. I have a guess. This might be, well, question is, it's a pretty remote spawn point. So maybe it would be smart to stay remote, but on the other hand, I need equipment. I am, well, at the moment I'm at least not freezing. I'm yellow in terms of food and drink, but I am not freezing. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock on the map. It was 1 o'clock when I spawned. And so it's relatively warm. That's the good thing when you spawn at lunchtime. It's the warmest part of the day. Yeah, let's get there and check. Yeah, well, today my plan is to be not too careful. I mean, usually my play style is, yeah, lone wolf and hide and sneak and try to minimize contacts and stay alive as long as possible. So I'm not playing DayZ as a shooter usually, but I'm more playing DayZ as a sneaky survival game. Yeah, I mean the server, it's a European server, not quite know where it is positioned, maybe UK. And so if it has 40 people on right now at 1 o'clock German time, then most probably there will be more people in within the next 1 or 2 hours. So I could well imagine that the server will be more or less full in 1.5 hours. So maybe today I will be less careful than I used to be, and just take chances running into people and maybe see if we can find a nice random team up, or at least find some people who just don't first shoot and then ask questions. And yeah, as for me, of course, yeah, we all know how risky that is if you first talk, because there are many people in DayZ who just don't talk and just shoot. But as for me, I quite like this challenge to try to get into contact with people, even though it's a, say, 80% chance that you get killed. Because, yeah, most of the encounters in DayZ, they are not like about the skill in firefight or aiming, but it's in the skill of spotting. So the guy who spots the other first, and then, yeah, you need to be maximum ruthless and shoot the other in the back before he sees you. This is in DayZ the best way to survive an encounter, but I usually don't do that. If I spot somebody, I usually make up my mind, and then either I hide away, depending on their equipment, my equipment, or I actively try to speak to the guys. Yeah, well. So there has... Oh, that's interesting. There have been a lot of changes to the map, and as I said, I'm not playing DayZ regularly anymore since a while, only occasionally, and when I did play it, lately I always played it on the DayOne map. And I must say that there have been changes. The developers, they're always working on the map, and this is definitely new. I was never aware that there was some kind of castle or fortification up there. That's definitely new since I last came along this place here in-game. So now we are approaching the police station. The police station is the place where the more eligible, how would you call it? The guys who are more up to fight and want to have good armament, they get there. Oh. Okay, close that door and see that this door is closed as well. Gloves, okay, wool gloves, but in fairly okayish condition, obviously. And step vest. Good. So at least at the moment these guys are guarding the entrances. Oh, wow. Probably no ammo. Yes, no ammo and no mag. Well. Of course, it could always be that somebody's hiding upstairs, shooting me when I just entered the room. So the step vest was a good find, although I don't find any ammo, obviously, for that gun. Better than nothing. Okay, guy, would you please come in so that I can lock you away here? Here I am. Okay, I'm at well for now. Better than nothing. Close that door. Okay, have that guy locked away. And this one hopefully as well. And now, let's have a drink. Another zombie, but at least this guy is not a police zombie. And I'm a bit surprised that I don't run into players around here, because the server is already relatively full, and these places around the police station are usually attracting players, just like they attracted me. Pretty risky situation. The zombie is not yet aggroed on me, but he's just about to. Oh, can I still do it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's again the stamina problem. Yeah, the zombies which I locked in, they are still rummaging. Oh shit. I thought I heard steps or something, but that was just DayZ paranoia, obviously. Killed my first zombie in the game. Not in the game, but in this life. Although this might give away a bit of information about my age, I must say that I'm playing DayZ since more than 10 years. I actually started playing the mod when it was just that very first Arma 2 mod. Pretty basic, but I was very fascinated back then, and I actually bought the game Arma 2 just because I saw the DayZ mod and wanted to play it. Let's check these booths. They are often quite good in terms of loot, if they are not already looted. Nice. Some food. Alright. A sporter is not the best weapon, but I don't need a glow stick. One round? It's exactly one round in the gun, but no mag. See how long I haven't been playing the game. I was pressing I for inventory instead of tab. So let's have that dog food, which is usually pretty good in terms of nourishment. Okay, my stomach is full, still from drinking. So the place, it doesn't look like the place was recently looted. I'm a bit surprised to find good loot around here. Okay, these gloves are better, medium insulation. Best, okay, let's stick to the wool gloves. I'm a bit surprised to still run into good loot around here. Working gloves, badly damaged. Okay, the door is locked. This always gives me the creeps because it reminds me of the presence of other players. I think I'm gonna keep this one here and drop the sporter. This gun has an integrated suppressor. It already has one round in it. Nice. So it's a good gun to headshot zombies silently without attracting the attention of other zombies or people. Okay, full stomach again. Alright, let's stay in the backyards. A campfire tripod, great. In the past you often found good loot in the toilets, but I think they somehow changed the loot algorithms. They are continuously changing them, which is nice. Okay, pre-pants. Well, if I would have a knife, oh no, it's gonna be a difficult decision. Because this is a good... Ooh! Kick from... okay, server restart. Alright, so I wasn't aware, but that's perfectly fine. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, back again. I guess we can get back to the server. There is a queue, meanwhile. Oh no. it's just this run-up queue. Run-up queue, it's not because the server is full. Yep, of course I'm gonna keep the shotgun. It's loaded with 2 rounds. Which ones? Buckshot. Okay. I love this animation. I would have thought that the dog food, the can of dog food, would bring me to 100%. Is there something on the street? No, probably just a shadow. Nothing. Some more food, that's good. And some rounds, nice. Some rounds from my MK2. I don't have a mag, but well. So unpack it. So at least we could quickly chamber the gun. Shall we keep the piece of paper? Yes, let's do that for now. And let's carry on. Okay, there is a zombie. One of these grandma zombies. All these places look pretty unlooted. A knife, that's great and important to have. So we are crafting some rags. Yeah, we have a map. And where are we? Yes, look. I think we spawned there and then went north, and now we are at Berenzino, right? not quite sure. Not quite sure. I just don't remember that we have passed that factory. Yeah, pretty sure it's Berezino where we are. Yeah, let's have the liver patty. It would be very reassuring if we would switch to white in terms of food as well. Oh. First instant I thought it was a player. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that scared me. After playing the game for so many years, these moments still scare the shit out of me. Now I've got a problem. It would be great to have the gun cleaning kit, but without... yeah. There is really nothing that I would like to drop instead of it. All the other stuff that I have is also pretty important. Oh, well, maybe... nah, maybe I was wrong. Maybe that's just the old castle that always was on that island. Yeah. Okay, 2 zombies there. A lot of zombies actually. Really don't want to start to fight several zombies at the same time. This could be good for storing water. Maybe I would like to go back to the police station and fill my pot with water. And then see what to do next. Nothing in here. And what about you guy? Come on. I've got a baseball bat. You wanna meet? How did this asshole from Walking Dead call his baseball bat? Lucy? Oh, again, something that would be very useful, but I can't pick it up because I don't have the storage capacity. I urgently need a backpack. Where is this coming from? Something's going on outside. Jeans. of the Rex. Luckily, on most of the servers there are no gate crushing zombies. Again, baseball bat. I thought there were two. Maybe I can slip away like that. Ah, no. Granny. And there is another one there. Two more. It would be pretty comfortable to get to the well, but yeah, I don't like that. There are two zombies. Would I arouse the attention of one of them? So guy here, look at me. Yeah, it's a police officer zombie. They are a bit tougher usually. One, two. Okay, not tough enough for my baseball bat. And the other one, red shirt. Zombie, where are you? Ah, there he comes. One. Two. I want to fill that pot. And then top of my stomach. The door's been closed. Does it mean that somebody has been here since? Ah, okay, it was the reload. Whenever the server restarts, the state of the doors is randomly put back. So this is more safe, filling the pot quickly and then drink here in the cover. And top it off again. And let's go. Knee-high sneakers, medium insulation. Okay, come on, let's take them. A fork. Really nothing I need. I never do farming in DayZ. Alarm clock. No, not what I need. What is this? A battery? Did I already check upstairs? Nope. Oh, I thought that was an apple. Yeah, the server is half full, so as I said, there is quite some probability by now to run into guys, particularly here close to the police station. Some more rounds. Okay, I'm getting warm. I'm getting too warm at the moment. What kind of a luxury problem? Disinfect the rags so we have some spare bandages just in case. Piece of paper. Oh, come on. I will never use up all this ammo. Mm. 762 times 39. Easy choice, actually. I am actually getting too warm with the stuff that I'm wearing. Yeah, I could wet myself a bit at the sea. Well, being so hot, I could swim to the island. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. If it's so warm, why not have a little swim and check the castle on the island? And yeah, what I said in the beginning, pretty clear that castle was always there, but I think it looked different. I think in the past it just had... Yeah, well, let's see. Let's see. We're gonna go there. We're gonna have a little swim in the sea. And we need food. Sooner or later we are yellow again in terms of food. Yeah, I really love the graphics, the atmosphere, the sounds of the game. I think the graphics are so atmospheric. I'm not even sure if it's high-end resolution or the best graphics engine or whatsoever, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of artistic choices you have to do. It's not only technology, it's the colors, it's the shadows, the shades, which finally make the difference. And there are a few open world games, and there are a few open world games with very good graphics, but if you ask me, most of them can't keep up with the atmosphere that you get here. Where you could spell atmosphere with F-E-R-R. Yeah, let's see, where is the shortest stretch to swim? Nah, it's nothing. It's just the good old castle that we always had on that rock. Nothing new. Where do we have the shortest stretch to swim? Is it here? Or over there? My guess is it's over there. So on the way we can check these boats for loot. Any player hiding up there in the woods would be well aware of me fishing a rod. I don't have the space to carry it. To stow it away. So I'm going to give it a swim for this rock. Let's just hope that there is no evil Knievel lurking somewhere in the woods, up the hill with a sniper rifle. Wow. Can't get up here, can I? Come on. Okay. Yeah, now we are getting very cold, of course, in the water, but I hope that we will be fine without a campfire when we are back on the shore, because it seems to be pretty warm at the moment. Yeah, I already did go for that island a few times. It was never spectacular loot over there. So that I always wondered if the effort is really worth the while. Yeah, now I'm really cold. No, we are just running up into the woods, hide ourselves in a bush, and then first ring our gear, our clothes. To get rid of most of the water. Yeah, I must have been so well visible to just anybody standing there. Now the hoodie is drenched. Yeah, we can wring it, but we cannot completely wring it to dry. It will then still be, what is it? Moist. Damp, yeah. And see, we are already back to normal in terms of body temperature. Yeah, if I don't freeze, I can let the stuff dry on my skin, on my body. And yeah, this one I can dry as well. The step vest is also wet, but you can't wring the step vest. Oh shit. I thought I heard footsteps. Yeah, but maybe just DayZ paranoia. Maybe just DayZ paranoia. Yeah, maybe it's not bad to have a little bit of wet stuff on my body, because then I don't get overheated again. Look at that, how beautiful the countryside is. Yeah, of course, it would be nice to find a zodiac, but I'm not sure if there are zodiacs on this map. On that server, I mean. And if they are usually pretty rare. I think I even once went over to that ship. I remember that I was once on this island here and I was just about to starve. And so I desperately checked all the buildings and didn't find any food, and then went over and finally even checked that ship. And I think it was also without any success. Yeah, now let's just first check the castle. Hey, hey! Holiday punch. Nice to have you in. Oh, a zombie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. A stone knife. Do I need that? 1? I think not. How are you doing? I hope you are having a good Saturday. All right. Yeah. I'm doing this stream now out of my usual schedule. And yeah, I was. PU scope. Come on. I need a backpack. There is nothing at the moment that I would like to drop. Let's keep in mind that the PU scope is here and maybe we find a backpack. No, not yet. I'm playing since an hour and I didn't yet die. Fur boots, best insulation. Shall I take them? I don't know. What I could do now, can I put the knife into the boots? And now I have 1 inventory slot free for the scope. And hunter pants, nice. Although the insulation is more a problem at the moment, but they have a lot of inventory space. Yes. Ha. Craft some more rags. Sorry, I don't get the point. This is MP, right? What do you mean with MP? What's the abbreviation? Okay. Let's check upstairs. Pretty good loot, actually. Usually you don't have so much good loot around here in these hunters' cottages. Yeah, it is multiplayer, exactly, yeah. And there are something like 40, at least 40 people on the server. I would guess that meanwhile it's even more. And so I'm a bit surprised that I didn't yet run into any. Not yet, no. Although I was in a place where I would have expected it. Over there I checked the police station, where usually all the people who would spawn somewhere around there would go. So I was pretty much expecting to run into somebody, but I didn't. Oh, nice. What is this? A sweater? Do I need more rags? Yes. I would like to craft a rope, finally, out of the rags. Okay. Yeah, now I swam to this island here, and I hope that I'm left alone here. That maybe most people don't take the effort and the swim. Okay. Bit weird. Well, I don't think that I would find something here. I think we could just spare us the effort. Another booth. Let's check. Oh, yeah. Let's check that one. Oh, nice. A chest plate. I think I'm better off with the step vest. What's the weight of the step? It's 9 kilogram. And the step vest is 6 kilogram. Oh, 5. Okay, the chest plate is even lighter. Not as heavy as the... Amazing. As the step vest. So some rounds. Let's pick them up, and there we are already at our inventory limit again. And what I need is food sooner or later. Pristine padded gloves. I think I like them better than these, and the longhorn. I really never see the point of the longhorn. Except for the scope. Yeah, I usually don't do that, but sometimes it's smart to throw away weapons just to make sure that other players won't use it to shoot you. Yeah, I had that once already in the past, that I ended up here on the island. There is even a trench, like really, like a real fortification. That I ended up here on this island and just didn't find any food. Okay, just rubbish. I think there was another shed somewhere down there, but come on. Let's save the time and yeah, right. Yeah, one man's trash is the other man's treasure. Nice saying, yeah. That's right. So, if I hadn't the anti-stab vest, I even might have taken the chest plate. A cuirass. In German, you would also call that a cuirass from the French. Hey, come on. Now I'm red. So this feels very familiar. Now I'm red. In terms of food. Problem is that I'm just too hot all the time. And I think that burns maybe food and drink even the more. I'm not quite sure. Taking off the vest. Hot pants. With low insulation. That's cooler. They look cooler. And at the moment, it's better to have less insulation. Yeah, this is just my stomach grumbling. That would be such a pity if I would just starve again on this island here. But there is still a few places to loot. A good knife. Gonna trade it. Hello? And check the buildings down there. And please, everybody, fingers crossed that we find some food down there. There is a well, but water is not an issue at the moment. Yeah, we started on the server around lunchtime, and so you see the sun is already turning towards the west. What is this? Binoculars. Great. Chopper head. Maybe I would need something like that for the night, but yeah, this 308, it's great ammo, but where to put it? Where to put it? Maybe better keep the ammo and drop the battery for now. But all that is not my main problem at the moment. Oh, great, a rangefinder. At least I could play around with a rangefinder, even having a battery. Never use it much. So could I? Oh, okay. That's how it works. How far away is this rock? 250 meters roughly. Okay. That's 200 meters. Okay, and that building, 100 meters. Yeah. And what about the angle? Could I also determine an angle? Ah, okay, nice. It's the horizontal. Ah, and it calculates from the angle, it calculates the horizontal distance. Nice tool. Yes, exactly, yeah. So you can do the range, you can kind of, yeah, change your optics according to the distance, yeah. So at least some bit of food as a Gorski bar. Thank you very much, Fate, for putting me that one here. This is just, well, in German we would say it's just a drop on a hot stone. I don't think that this saying translates one-to-one to English, but maybe it's quite clear what it means. in my situation with that bit of food. Another knife. A cap, nice. Oh yeah, a zombie. Of course, I could be lucky and find some food with a dead zombie. A mouse-in compensator and a canteen. Well, let's at least drink ourselves full out of the pot. Maybe I'm gonna drop the pot and keep the canteen. But it's all about inventory space, which I don't have. So, next is killing the zombie and hoping for some loot. Although this zombie doesn't look like he is carrying much stuff. Yeah, come on. Come for me, old man. 1, 2, 3. Chlorine tablets. Oh, come on. This is all good stuff which I can't pick up because I don't have the carrying capacity. Let's check the lighthouse now that we are here and that we probably will starve anyway. Let's check the lighthouse. A washing machine might be another one's treasure, yeah. I'm pretty much almost 100% sure that in a lighthouse you'll never find food. The weather change is great, right? I mean, now there is some haze at the sky. I really love this atmosphere. You really feel like it's getting chilly and it might soon start to rain. And they do this great. That's so great, the atmosphere that you get in the game from that. Now, here we are. Would be such a pity to die with this nice equipment. Yeah, we can get back and collect the stuff we couldn't pick up. But the question is if without food we're gonna make it back. I'm surprised that the Zagorski bar brought us back to yellow. Yeah, well, but just briefly, probably. Zimovka. Mosin compensator, we can take it. Now we do have the space. Could even take that cap in case it becomes cold later in the evening or in the night. Okay, why can't I? Yes, I can. That's cool, but I think it damages your gloves pretty much. If you do it without gloves, you get injured. Drink. Another compensator. Let's get rid of the water. And refill it. Oh, there it is, the rain coming. That's so beautiful. What did we have here? Nothing, right? Well, obviously I didn't check that barn. Yeah, that's right, I have that silenced pistol to headshot zombies. Even though I don't have a mag for it, you don't need it, you could just easily reload it, I mean chamber it, and kill zombies one by one. But without food, the question is how much opportunity we do have left to kill zombies. Okay. Oh, wow. Interesting. So either this Zagorski bar did respawn while we were on the way, which would be pretty fast to respawn, or we just didn't recognize it. Alright, very good. And now the well. Let's fill our canteen. And now that we are here, maybe also refill our pot, which is always a weird mechanism of the game. So you fill the pot, put it into your pocket, and then it just keeps the water inside because you have the lid on top of it. Not very realistic, is it? Best insulation. Best insulation, yeah. And good camo. So now let's just check that other stretch. Let's just check that other stretch of the island and then swim back. And now it's getting cold. It's evening or afternoon, bad weather. So while the swim to the island was just very nice at lunchtime in good weather, now we're gonna freeze. Oh, another zombie, another opportunity that we might find some loot with him. Actually, he doesn't recognize me in the rain. They don't hear well in the rain. Oh, yes, more wrecks. Well, not quite what I need at the moment, but let's pick it up and check all these boats. You might always be lucky. Dry backpack. It has an enormous carrying capacity, but I don't like the color. No, I'm not gonna run around with a big red pack on my back. This bag that I found, this is perfectly fine. It has a reasonable amount of slots and is, yeah, color-wise great camo and also very small. So I really love these pouches. That was great when they did introduce them into the game. Yeah, my DayZ streams are not as popular as my U-boat streams, actually, but yeah, well, this out of schedule stream here, I really love to use it to return to my old love, DayZ. So, nevertheless, great to have you in, guys. Thanks for watching. But yeah, nothing spectacular here. Let's stick close to the shore. Yeah, same for me. I quite like watching other people play DayZ as well. So it's kind of relaxing and yep. And yeah, people might not believe it, but for me, playing DayZ is pretty relaxing because most of the time you're hiking in the countryside. And yeah, of course, there are short periods when things get very tense. But yeah, and I'm not looking at DayZ as a shooter. I'm looking at DayZ being a survival game. A survival game with zombies, and yeah, the zombies you can usually control. They are not that much of a threat, although if things go bad, you could even die if suddenly you're surrounded by 3 zombies and don't get away. But usually they are handleable. Well, the players, that's the other thing, and that's the risk, but that's what I kind of love about DayZ. And DayZ just wouldn't be the same if there weren't these assholes who just shoot you in the back when you even haven't yet spotted them and haven't spoken a word with them. That's part of DayZ. Some people used to say that the DayZ community is toxic, but I would 100% disagree. I would say it's kind of realistic. It's a social experiment in a way. And yeah, when you do have quite a bit of loot, so you've been playing the game now for imagine 5 hours, and you have accumulated a lot of good stuff, and you are well aware, although you have a good gun and although you have good equipment, one well-placed headshot from a bush, from the hiding, might still kill you. Would you take the risk to start talking to other people who, well, might fake friendliness, and when you turn around they just put a gun to your head and a bullet into your head? So this is the wonderfully hard decisions that you actually have to make in this game. Ah, wow, hey, weight loss. Great to have you in. Good afternoon. I look at the time, yeah, it's afternoon. I'm playing since 1.5 hours, doing this kind of out of the line slot. So I am enjoying a bit of my good old DayZ. Nice to have you in. How is your day going? we are still yellow. So we found 2 Zagorski bars here on the island, which at least saved our ass from starving. But I think we are just about to go back to red in terms of food. Yeah, the soundscape of the game is so great. Listen to this. I hope that the atmosphere also transfers a bit to the stream. That's so amazing. Like when we swam towards the island, we still had wonderful sunshine, and then there was this change of weather, gradual change of weather, and that feels so consistent. I was really seeing how well a chill was running down my spine, the wind was coming up, and then rain was starting to fall. The game drags you pretty much into the weather. And there we are, red again, in terms of food. And now we are cold. And when you're cold, you're losing nutrition even faster. By the way, what about the loadout between my voice and the game sounds? Is it alright? Or is the game too noisy now, overshadowing my voice? Or the other way around? That's always something which feels pretty hard for me to determine as a streamer, to get the feeling whether on watchers and listeners side the sound loadout is alright between game, sound and voice. Well, what I completely forgot is that we have fishing hooks and we have a rope. So let's get a long stick. We also do have a knife. I hope it's not too late. And do we need worms? I think we don't. For the lure, we don't need worms. That's just great. Just craft an improvised fishing rod. Oh man, I completely forgot about that opportunity. I hope that I didn't fuck it up just by forgetting that. And we can do a fire in the hut. Only point is, yeah shit, I have nothing to ignite a fire. And now everything is wet, that's the problem. That's the problem that I'm gonna have. At least I'm not yet blinking. I'm not yet blinking in terms of food. Let's hope that it will still take a little while until we get blinking. Blinking red. of the thunder. Pretty amazing. I want to get there and do some fishing. Here we go. Start fishing, but I still don't have any idea how I'm gonna ignite the fire. And everything's gonna be wet. Now I would need a road flare actually. Yeah, and because I'm cold, I'm losing more nutrition than usual. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. One fish is enough. It's a lure, isn't it? I don't need to put a bait on that one, right? Do I need to put a bait on that one? No, I don't. Yeah, finally maybe the rain is gonna kill me, because it makes me use more food because I'm cold, and it's gonna prevent me igniting a fire. Yeah, I should have thought of the fishing rod earlier, when it was not yet raining. My own fault, actually, when I die now. Okay, nothing. Maybe I released it too early. Ah, come on. Did they change something about the fishing mechanism? Isn't there this saying that when it's raining, the fish are, well, more tending to bite? Come on. And it's bucketing down. Well, why don't I get any fish like that? What's wrong? Do I have to wait longer? It's exactly how I did it in the past. Yeah, come on, let's see. Maybe we need a worm. Dig up worms. No, you don't need the worm. At least this one is gonna be dry when we craft rags out of it. Gather some bark, which is gonna be wet. Yeah, maybe it's the wrong bait for fishing in the sea. Maybe it's for fishing in a lake or in a river. Ah, come on. Okay, next time I'm gonna wait longer until I release or yank. Maybe you have to release in exactly the right second when you see something going on there. So maybe I was too slow and not too quick. Yeah, the sky gets a lightly red color. from the sunset. Wow, okay. I've got the fish. Get rid of all that wet stuff. Gut and prepare the fish. Ah, shit, now I have to wash my hands, yeah. Which takes more time. Why do I have a cut? Did I cut myself while... Craft a hunter kit. Ah, it's because I was running around without shoes, right? Hunter kit. Ah, no, fuck, come on, fuck. I might still make it. Place. Attach. Ignite. Let's see if I'm gonna make it. No. Bandage myself. It will be too hot to eat. It will be too hot to eat. But better get damage from that. Wow. This is so close. Blinking red. Blinking red. Okay, it stopped blinking. I get damaged from that, but it stopped blinking. It did stop blinking. So I need more fuel for the fire. Let's get more fuel. It stopped raining. I want to have more fuel. I just want to make sure that the fire does not stop. Let's hope that we get another fish. As long as the fire is running. So now eat. And looks like we make it for now. Health-wise, we get the arrow up. Wow, that was so close. We must have been just minutes away from starvation death. Let's just see that we get more sticks. Yeah, we were so lucky that the stuff was dry enough to come on. Yes. Oh, look at that. So maybe it works better with this professional fishing rod. So it was lying there all the time. So I have to yank right in the moment when I see something. So fishing became more difficult. Look at that beautiful scenery there. All right, got and prepare on the second fish. Yeah, maybe we can stay here on that island overnight, hoping that at night nobody would dare to swim and come here. Yeah, maybe I can get one more fish meanwhile. Yeah, you have to yank right in the moment when... Next. Next fish. No, come on. Didn't want to do that. Yeah, the mackerel is very nourishing, actually. What a beautiful remote and cozy place I have here now. Yeah, I think I can do one more fish. Okay, so that light is to be seen from afar, but let's hope that on this side of the island here nobody's watching. Alright, one more. The jig is damaged. This one as well, so I have to come back and dismantle the fishing rod to get the rope back. Yeah, we just barely made it. Yeah, our stomach was pretty empty. We can stuff away a lot. Oh, shit. Let's hope that I don't have to vomit. closed. Okay, so if you close the door, you don't have the light being emitted. Nice. Now let's dismantle that one and get back the rope. Still pristine. We can pick up this. And I'm gonna leave that professional fishing rod. I just can't afford to block my inventory with that one. And I guess that my clothes are dry again by now. Let's see. Yeah. My boots are damaged by now. They're not very sturdy, probably. I really wonder what to do now. Sunglasses, great. I wear my sunglasses at night, right? Yeah, in terms of temperature, I'm fine. Let's just carry on. Looks like that the nights are not very dark on this server, which is good. So eat this 1, 2, 3. Yeah, well, down there it was pretty bright at the shoreline, but here you see how dark it could actually be, having lots of knives. Oh shit, I just These are disinfected. Very good. So I did everything right. I still have that Mosin compensator and the Mosin sights optics. Do I really need the rangefinder? And I think the battery is being used while it is inside. I can put it there, nice. So let's keep it for now. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, the night seems to be relatively bright. But this is also due to the fact that we have a nice clear sky. Is there a moon up? No, even without a moon, the night is pretty bright. That's good. And let's hope that the night is also short, like accelerated. All the servers have some kind of an acceleration, so as soon as a sunset is finished, until the first start of sunrise, time accelerates faster. That's on just any server, it's just different how much faster it actually goes. And I very much prefer a service where there is a very, very fast time compression between sunset and sunrise. By the way, where are we actually? Yeah, I guess that's where we are on that island. So we could go to Solechny next. And then maybe to the hinterland, to Three Valleys. Yeah, all right. So let's stuff the stuff away and let's keep going. It's still getting darker, isn't it? But nighttime is the perfect time to actually swim back to the mainland. Only thing that we have to heed is that we get warm again after the little swim. But we still have one plus symbol. By the way, just curious, let me do this little bit of cheating. It's 10:15 in the game and it's 72 people on the server out of maximum 90 possible people. So the server is pretty crowded by now. More than 70 people on the server. That gives a lot of opportunity to run into other people. Player. Wow, we were as good as that. Blinking red hunger for that long time. We were just minutes away from dying 100%. Hey, Zomboss, thank you very much for the follow. That's very much appreciated. Hope you're fine, hope you're having a good Saturday. Yeah, I can never be sure where you guys come from around here. I'm living in Germany, Frankfurt area. It's now around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But maybe you still have a lot more of the Saturday in front of you, depending on where you're from. So, all the best for it. And thanks for the follow. Yeah, let's hope that in the darkness nobody would spot me swimming around here. I really enjoy being back on good old Chernarus. I also love DayOne, which is my other favorite map, which I have been playing mostly the last times when I played. But yeah, Chernarus is beautiful just as well. Can I climb up here? Yes, I can. And the last stretch to the beach. Yeah, in the morning I started with the idea to stream a little bit of Armor Reforger. And so I started to tweak around with the graphics settings so that it would be well streamable. I mean, if you go to full graphics quality in Armor Reforger, it's awesome. It drains so much computer power. And yeah, then I did a little bit of gameplay offline, and so finally I decided that maybe Armor Reforger is not quite the right game for me to stream. It's so action-packed, it's a lot of communication with other guys in the game, so my feeling always was and still is that the communication with you guys in the stream, my dear audience and watchers, really, yeah. In German we would say, es kommt zu kurz. So I'm just missing the proper term in English. So if you have these kind of games which are where there is so much in-game communication, I always feel that I omit you watchers. Yeah, I'm curious how cold it's gonna be. Are we gonna go back to white in terms of temperature when we have brought all our equipment? Or will we stay blue? That's also one of these beautifully realistic features of DayZ that you really have this kind of ramp over the day, different temperatures from nighttime, morning, lunchtime, evening. You really have some change in the temperature. I think I can't ring them, can I? Yeah. Okay, my fur boots are damaged, so sooner or later I have to either repair them or find something. Yeah, some spare. Now here we are. Let's keep going. Wow, 70 people on the server. That's a bit frightening, to be honest. Yeah, let's just follow the shoreline. Maybe we'll run into a few of these boats. Always some chance to get loot out of them. Sometimes pretty useful loot. And now that my fishing hooks are pretty damaged, it would be nice to get some spares. And always some probability to sorry, to find them in these washed ashore boats. Yeah, let's not step onto these stones. It would wear off my shoes even more. Somebody must have fallen down here. There's this cross. Yeah, the map is beautifully modeled, manually modeled. That's so great about the game. Let's check. Well, usually it's not worth the while to check the lighthouses. Never much good stuff in there. Up there, I should better say. Shirt. Well, I think I do have sufficient rags by now. I would say there is no other game recently where you have so many degrees of freedom like in DayZ. There is no other game which is so open world and so sandbox-like. Yeah, let's follow the coastline for a little while. And, well, by the way, what's the time progression? Okay, it's 1:15 midnight right now, so that was 2 hours of the night since we last checked the time on the server. Yeah, so it's an okayish time acceleration. I am cold, actually. Well, on. Oh, it's drenched. Okay, let's ring it and then put it on, and let's see if it's gonna make us warm, because it's giving us much more warmth than this hockey helmet, of course. The hockey helmet gives us much better protection from hits, from melee damage, but almost no protection from cold. And for the Zmiovka, it's exactly the other way around. But we don't get an... there we have an arrow up again, but we had that before. So still to prove it if it makes any difference now having the Zmiovka on instead of the hockey helmet. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I mean, my father, he was devoted to hockey, but not on the ice, but on the lawn. And so from my very first days, as long as I could think, for me, hockey always insinuated, well, playing on the lawn. And I think in many countries, and even in other parts of Germany, people, if they say hockey, they automatically think of hockey on the ice. Okay, alright guys, so that was quite some nice adventure, I would say. And at the moment it looks like we did it. It looks like we are gonna make it through the night. By the way, what is this? It's just a big advertising sign, yeah. Looks like we are gonna make it through the night. And so for now, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm definitely gonna do my late night stream tonight again, doing U-boat. That's for sure. And, well, I see that Pit Pinsel is streaming at the moment, so would be nice if you would have the patience to just stay in the stream and we together give Pit a little raid. Ah, yeah, he has just hit a tanker with a torpedo. Nice view. The first thing that I right now saw when I entered his stream was a torpedo explosion. Let's raid. So guys, it was a pleasure to have you. I'm gonna see you then. Bye bye.
Hallo Josh, moin. Dankeschön für den Raid. Ja, normalerweise noch ein bisschen später, ne? Ja, hochgegangen ist er nicht, hat Torpedo gefressen, er fährt nur weiter. Aber vielleicht der hier. Mal gucken.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Winkel 4, 5, gut links. Alle Maschinen stopp. Tor 5, bewässern. Tor 5 bewässern.
Wenn ich nicht wieder vom Tanker überfahren werde. Meinst du? Ich bin mir da richtig nicht so sicher. Mal gucken.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren.
Ah, sind ganz schön schnell unterwegs, ne?
Geschwindigkeit 9, Knoten. Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Hat er jetzt gemessen? Mhm.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Lage 5, 8, links.
Hm, das ist halt ein Küstenkonvoi, die sind manchmal ganz schön schnell.